Hi guys, I am Jai and I'm here. I want to share with you my IVF journey. I've never done a video on posting on YouTube before, but since my IVF journey has been a long journey, so I just want to share my experience, and I know there's so many people out there who have the same difficulties, who are walking the same path. So I decided to share my stories. Hopefully it can inspire and maybe some of the story are similar to yours, to your story. So my husband and I were trying to conceive for like since 2012 until 2020, so that was like 8 years. So we've been trying to conceive, but nothing happened. We did all the check on my husband, on myself. Everything is normal. My ovary is normal. My husband is normal. There's nothing wrong, but the doctor could not find the cause of why we cannot conceive. Right. So in 2016, we decided to seek help. We first start with IUI. IUI is more on you take the sperm, and then as a female you take hormone to make sure you actually ovulate on that day. And then what they do is they use the best, I call it soldiers, the best soldiers, and then inject the soldier into our belly. So I did try that once and it didn't work. So then I decided to do IVF. So during IVF, it's quite if you go through this, you would understand. They pump in a lots of hormone, right? Imagining instead of having one egg ready, ripened, or ready at that month, they got me 21 eggs in that month. So pretty much for 10 days, they have to inject hormone to my belly, left and right, at the right time, the same day, every day. That's how crucial it is. So I've been through that, I did that. For the IVF journey itself, I think the injecting itself, you get used to, right? Eventually, you just have to learn how to inject yourself. But it might be scary part for some people is that you have to be put into sleep in order to remove your eggs. So I got 21 eggs, and after 21 eggs, after being cultivating, meeting with the soldiers, we got 5 embryos. So the 5 embryos, what they did is we asked for a chromosome check, so make sure that everyone is healthy. After chromosome check, we only got 4 healthy embryo. But at the time in 2016, the doctor was like, oh, the cycle for this month, we can't really implant you straight away. So you have to wait maybe the month after. But I decided to wait for another year because there's so much going on. So the 4 embryo was frozen until the end of 2017. That's when I decided to have my first implantations. I went on and have implantation itself. It's a similar cycle. You start seeing your doctor when you're having your periods, and then for that you take medication. You see your doctor. The doctor will monitor your ovulations, and then from there they will choose the date when you're gonna have your implantation. The implantation event itself, it's quick. You drink a lot of water on the day. Be there about an hour early. The process take about 10-15 minutes. You have to lie in bed 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And if you can't hold your wee, they can put the tube in to get your wee out, because you cannot move for at least half an hour. They want the embryo to set in your belly, so make it home, right? So that's the process itself. So I did that in 2017, and I was told like, oh, not by the doctor, by lots of people, you have to lay in bed doing nothing for at least 10-12 days until you find out you're pregnant. So because the clinic was far away from my home, right? So I actually ending up laying in bed in a hotel. I was really bored because I was a very active person, right? So each day I went to have my fit flexologies for like 3, 4, 5 consecutive days. So after 10 days, I went for a blood test, and it was negative. What I had was the chemical pregnancy that the doctor said nothing. The baby not gonna stay, and I was really upset because I put 2 embryo. It wasn't successful. The implantation didn't go well. There's nothing wrong. And the doctor said, maybe we need to put a camera inside your uterus to see if there are any polyps. I was like, okay. I did that. After that, I did the camera inside, put into the sleep. They go inside, they saw tiny polyps, and then they did my womb scraping to make sure it's thin, so that maybe I can conceive naturally. But since then, at the end of 2017 until in 2019, nothing happened, not even naturally. We tried to conceive naturally, but it didn't happen. So at the end of last year, 2019, my dad was really sick. So we went back home in Laos. We are living in Singapore. And I made a promise to my dad that, okay, I'll go through another round, try to conceive for him. So we did. I did that second round of implantation. I agree. I did that in January, last 2 months, because now it's March. Is that March 13 today, 2020? And we decided to do it, and then the conversation were like, okay, are we going to save 1 embryo for surrogating if this is not working well, if it doesn't happen, the implantation was not successful? I was like, okay, we can try to do that. But then when you start the process of implantations, all the memory coming back, where the doctor have to see you closely, you do a lot of medication, you take hormone, you put hormone in your vagina, tablet in your vagina, and then you have to inject yourself for ovulation, make sure it ovulates before you can put implantation, and you have to see the doctor, so many things, so many medications. And I was like, no, there's so much concern. Who's gonna be a surrogate mother for my baby? How's she gonna be like? How's she gonna behave? What she gonna eat? How's she gonna take care of my baby? It's gonna impact my baby. And so I was saying, I'm gonna put 2 embryo in. And if it happened, the luck happened, then we'll be very thankful. If not, we did our best. If not meant to be, we can do something else to help. Or, instead of having our own baby, we have to accept the truth. So, no brainer. I didn't think about how it's twins pregnancy is like, or raising 2 children at the same time. I thought first time, put in 2, 0, didn't work. So now put 2, maybe I got 50% chance of having 1, right? So I went ahead, putting 2 embryos. This time I was relaxed. I was staying in a hotel. I went out and eat. I went for a walk, 1 or 2 kilometers a day. I went around. And I would start working and cooking at home. But this time what I noticed was my belly was really cramped. It's more feeling like your belly is so heavy that it's coming out. It's really irritating. Like I would want to wee every hour. It's so heavy. But I didn't think about whether that's pregnant or not, because sometimes when you walk too much, that happens during your period, right? So I just didn't have much expectation. So on the 10th day after implantations, I went to see a doctor. My husband wasn't there with me. He was traveling, working somewhere else. I went there alone. I have 0 expectations. Went in, they take my blood, and they say it's gonna take 2 hours. So I went out and eat and came back. I was so tired that I would just lie down on the couch, passed out. And then the doctor called me in and say, congratulations. I was in shock. I could not say a word. I was there alone, and I was like, really? Is that real? Because you're trying so hard to conceive, or even when you do the test, pregnancy test, you were like, yeah, you want to see 2 lives, right? And suddenly this doctor said, you're pregnant, and your HCG is so high, you probably expect twins. I was speechless. I was there quiet for a while. It was really emotional, and I was there alone, right? So, yeah, but it was a successful implantation. It was my last shot. and it was successful. And I want to share that with you, especially whoever been through this pregnancy journey, and hang in there. Don't give up, having hope. I understand what you've been through. I totally understand it. If you have anything you want to share, comments, please comment below. We can talk. Or if you're pregnant right now, IVF pregnant or twins, we can share further. And since as I'm speaking to you right now, as I said, March 13, 2020, I am 10 weeks and 3 days pregnant of twins. So I'm making another video to share my journey of twins pregnancy symptom, especially for IVF. This is non-identical twins, and I haven't been be able to find much information. I've been through this pregnancy. I got some bleeding, but the baby are fine. So I'll make more video, and I hope to see you more. Think as if it's just sharing between friends to friends, between mother to mother. Anyway, hope to see you again. Thank you for watching.